You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to g2a.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the D2CL quarterfinal between Team Liquid as well as the CIS rejects to see who will go forward to face up against the Golden Boys in the semi-final. Let's go to the game, because that's what you came here to see. That's what you came here to see, as I hiccup halfway through that. And what you came here to see is exactly what my co-caster wanted to see as well. I don't know if you... Did you really want to see this, Motpax?
I don't know. I guess so. It's just, he plays it to an impressive degree. Both Mind Control and JX obviously extremely good on the Tusk. Sitting at 13-3. Basically, it always gets banned out, and if it doesn't, definitely going to be the first thing they pick up. I don't know. I guess Kuroki just terrified them on that Winter Wyvern last game, and they'd rather ban that out instead.
I don't blame him. I really do not blame them. The question is, for me now, how does Goldblack approach this? He hasn't had to really deal with huge amounts of initiation from Team Liquid. Like, that was probably one big resounding thing when you look back at the Team Liquid lineup for this matchup. Like, it was like there was no Beastmaster effect. It was an SF as well as a Necro walking into you. In the last game, it was an SF as well as a Gyro walking into you. There was no jump initiation. Mind Control ended up becoming that, but the SD actually did half of his work for him. So that was a great approach. So now Goldblack kind of has to worry about Team Liquid having a lot of control, like a lot of initiation. You got Iron Shell snowballing in, you've got potential Blink Vax, all of this jazz coming at you. So Team Liquid could dictate the pace of this game for once. I say for once. They kind of dictated last game.
Well, the way that they've done their drafting is just it's so smart, right? Because if you're going to be the first pick team, you know the other team's going to ban the Doom. It's essentially a guarantee. That means they only get one ban. So by banning out the IO and then the SF themselves, they guarantee themselves either the Tusk or the Darkseer. Mm-hmm. And with the Winter Wyvern also mana, like all that stuff. So just a really solid strategy out. Now it does come with the Queen of Pain, and again that's Slardar for CIS rejects, which I think has been one of their better heroes in both games we've seen so far.
It definitely has been, but they also made sure that 666 had space for it. Mm-hmm. And that's probably one of the bigger things. Like the fact that Slardar was even farm. Like actually for a lot of that last game too, CIS was keeping up with the net worth. They just had an explosive SF go against them. And I never really felt like the Slardar, like, yeah, you have Roshan, you feel his effect, these things did happen, it worked. But it's still that question mark I have in my mind of how much is Slardar going to get when you go up against a Darkseer Tusker?
Yeah. And especially when you're the Radiant side, because a lot of that advantage of being able to burst down Roshan, which is one of the bigger parts about Slardar. Obviously all that physical damage is a big part of the current meta and how it's interacting with heroes, but taking control of Roshan, like, good luck up against Tusk and a Darkseer when they're on the dire side.
Yeah.
You're going to run into a ton of trouble if you don't have a big pick-off before taking that fight.
You may even just get trapped into a pit of death. Like, you get some good shard blocks and you can't get yourself out of that one. Like, even if you think you got yourself a blink, you're going to take that early damage, Sigils, Iron Shells, Vax. Ugh, it's disgusting. So yeah, good luck there, CIS rejects.
Yeah.
You don't even have your physical damage. Like, if you run this Slardar as number one position, like, they actually have to pick up... They need the Dazzle or the Wisp. Like, they're really restricted in their laning phase now, because if the Queen of Pain goes mid, and Slardar goes safe lane, you got no real physical damage output coming from CIS. Like, even with the Slardar amplification, it's still not going to be enough if Team Liquid decide to really just get a couple of tanks.
Yeah. Do you think that they went for the Disruptor right now? Like, do you think they're still thinking they're going to run Lich Slardar, but they want the Disruptor so that it can't be comboed up with the Darkseer on the side of Team Liquid? And maybe, like, this has got a little bit of a deny pick, like they want it for themselves, they'll throw it up in the safe lane with somebody and still snag the Lich next. And then, in that case, do you think about grabbing it for yourself as Team Liquid right
now? It could have been a block pick, but more than likely, I'm thinking of Goldblack's logic here. Or it's like, we need to capitalize on every little bit of mistakes that Team Liquid do. And the only way to do that is by having a high level up in Glimpse and having a good teamfight ulti controller that the Disruptor is able to offer. I think that's his mindset right now. If he was thinking the Team Liquid would be picking up to a Disruptor, I don't know if I'd even subscribe to that. I think Team Liquid have a lot of other supports they could go with that would combo just as well and screw around with the Quap and the Slider just as much.
Yes, certainly. And you're going to have the Static Storm as well that you can throw down when they snowball and initiate with the Ice Shards and everything like that, because they kind of block themselves in too, right? Generally at the same time. No surprise to see the Razor picked up here. Probably what most people would suspect once you have the Darkseer and the Tusk. Just getting Razor into the middle of that fight. Like, he already has the crazy move speed, but if you can just snowball him right into the middle of it, that's exactly where he wants to be. And with them banning out the Animage, you can also suspect that might be the case, right? Because Animage is one of those heroes that can help escape from the Razor and kind of deal with him a little bit, easily break the static link. So a little bit of a tip off there from Liquid, but I mean, what's CIS Rejects going to do about it? I don't think they're going to ban out the Razor. They're more afraid of something like the Ember Spirit coming out instead.
I'm wondering too where this Razor will end up, because Queen of Pain, like you're talking about, the animation being able to blink away from the Razor, normally a good way to get out. But you're running a Queen of Pain in the mid already, so with the Quamp in the mid, she just blinks herself out of the Razor static link. So you kind of have your get out of jail, not free, but with a cost card already for CIS Reject. So I'm wondering if Team Liquid want to try and move the Razor around. Like, it's a fighter hero through and through. Like, I definitely know that. But I'm wondering if they'll consider something else that might give them the early advantage in the mid. I still want to actually see Jakira come in with Liquid Fire. Actually, I kind of also want to see something like a Skywrath Mage played out here by Team Liquid just to give them that mid lane advantage. But we go for the Mad Cow, the great combination with the Darkseer. Team Empire have been running this combo actually as much as they are possibly allowed to. Most of the time, one of these or three of these heroes gets banned. The Spirit Breaker, Tusker, and Darkseer all in one team, because they're just so tanky and easy to initiate with.
Yeah, and now with that added control on there, I would imagine they could go back. They banned out the Clinks, so what Team Liquid have done in the past in the situation where they do go with that Fata Razors, they'll give Matumba Man something that maybe isn't quite as much of a hard carry, right? Because you're running Fata in a similar role in the mid lane, and you might be something like the Wind Ranger comes out fairly frequently for them, up in the top lane, and of course the Necrophos is still available in the situation.
Please no.
Please. It is something they might look for.
It wouldn't be bad sustain to go with Team Liquid, but Team Liquid are looking to fight a lot earlier. I think the Necrophos will allow. What I'd actually prefer to see is kind of a bit more of a left field hero, but I'd actually still like to see the Matumba and Slark coming out here.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
I always get worried about Slark going up against a Gyrocopter, but in the later levels, if you're a good Slark player, you can play around that. The Slider doesn't really intimidate you because you can just like Dark Pact off the amplification.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for that win. The big one to me is definitely the Wind Ranger, simply because they do have the Slider. So like, if you generally you can get off the Wind Run before the Crush hits, which can be pretty huge up against Slider. In case someone like the Gyrocopter comes in for the right clicks. I definitely do like the Slark though, simply because you can kind of pounce into the Ice Shards with your Dark Pack going and everything like that. You can add a ton of damage and be fairly aggressive. Like, if you get an early set of drums, you can definitely fight up against someone like the Gyrocopter, kind of whittle them down, run away with the Shadow Dance, and come right back in and finish them off. So how do you react to this with your last support from CIS with both those defensive ones gone?
Go classic at Gold Black, Abaddon or Trinket Protector.
Oh, Tree, yeah. That's the only defensive ones remaining.
That's the that's the play. And it's not the play. That's not the play. Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh, the pain. You could just feel it. The Crystal Maiden stands no chance against Tusker, Spirit Breaker, and Darkseer. If Team Liquid get even remote aggressive wards inside the CIS jungle, then she's dead time and time again. Same for the Disruptor. He might have a glimpse. That might help him a little bit. But his early damage is pretty pathetic. Team Liquid could just get so aggressive. Even to a point, like what is the off lane? Like, you're running an off lane Slider. This Darkseer could move up to the top lane. push the Juggernaut into the off. Actually, not up against it. Even up against the Gyro. Get really aggressive early on with a Spirit Breaker and Tusker, and you could just keep killing him off time and time again because they're tanky enough to do it.
Yeah, I wonder if they were like. I understand that you're gonna have the Frostbite now to help try and deal with the charge. I guess maybe they were thinking about the Rubik, but really, is there anything like that great for Rubik to steal? It's probably like one of the worst lands. There's like Omni Slash. I mean, Ion Shell, Vacuum, all those other spells. They don't really give the same effect as those classic like Ice Paths and Fissures and stuff. And then the Aura, I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of Aura synergy here. It's okay for the Queen of Pain. You know, she can have a little bit of trouble with spamming out her spells, but you don't really have that like, you know, the Alchemist or something, so you can keep spamming out its Acid, or some of those more classic roaming heroes like a Night Stalker or even a Spear Breaker of your own.
With this, like, yeah, CIS Sanji is kind of off. Team Liquid has it perfect. Like, you've got huge amounts of sustainability. You've got consistent damage. You've got initiation options. You've got burst damage in the form of both Matumbaman as well as the Plasma Field. And even if you have level 4 Iron Shells on 2 heroes that then get snowballed in, you can even class that as burst damage considering how quickly it comes out. And then you got the Healing Ward from Matumbaman to give everyone else even more sustain in the lane, as well as the team fight. I'm very concerned for CISR in this game at the moment. Very, very concerned.
Yeah, it's so interesting that we've seen the importance of these, you know, defensive and healing supports, the Dazzle and the Winter Wyvern, and both being prioritized so heavily in this draft. Like once they're out, they're not really in the back of your mind to keep that same strat. Like, oh, maybe they'll get a mech builder like Fata here, and you go that. But that healing ward, it adds a lot of maybe like even deceptive health regen that people aren't expecting in the middle of team fights. And so someone like Fata, are they actually going to block him off?
This is he gets the rune at least, but the shards are still down, locking him in for a little bit longer. And when the Plasma Field damage, Fata will end up actually not taking the first blood. It goes to Matumbaman. But it will be a Quap as well as the Slaughter who take the first 100 runes. Maybe not so bad for Afterlife. He'll still get up into this top lane to get the experience, and he did take out the rune. But you gave an extra 200 gold to a Juggernaut. And maybe even another kill. Iceberg, he went Shadow Strike level 1. Kuro just charged in straight away and they just pushed him straight back out the lane.
Yeah, the moment they saw that point committed, it basically guarantees, as you can see, about 300 damage. And so the salve was ferried out there. And again, they'll go in, knowing that he's not 2 yet.
Well, yeah, with no blink away, the Plasma Field's going to connect. One attack, Fata, he misses uphill! He actually missed uphill! Oh, that is just, that's really unlucky. If they got that kill, they would have delayed his level 2 even more. But now he hits it, so now he's got the blink ability. So now the static link isn't as useful for Fata, but
that has a massive impact on the game too, because that changes Kuroki. Like now he won't have level 2 for his big gank coming out of the fountain. Like he would have had his bash up, and could have helped guarantee even a kill up on Afterlife, right? Make it harder for him to get off the crush. Crazy.
I always want to fly on his Thunder Lizard. Push Mind Control a long way back here. And Mind Control needs a salve. Or some kind of regeneration. He can actually buy his ring, but he decides to go for the Sage's Mask instead. Because eventually he'll go into Soul Ring. So either he gets the regeneration of health or mana now. He decided to go with the mana instead.
Yeah, possibly thinking he's going to have to go to the jungle rather than use the Tranquil Boots to stick around. As it looks like they'll drive Afterlife out. They're going to have a charge down here. I don't even know if Kuroki will finish it.
Oh, he will. They got the Iron Shells on him. The Glimpse will take him back again, which he's perfectly alright with. A little bit of a misplay as well up on top lane. G-Rex missing the Ice Shards. There was a small gap on the side of the trees that Afterlife was able just to slip through. Matumbaman was probably looking for some good times to just attack. It's amazing how much damage that Blade Fury does early on. Not only is it that immunity kind of style, but it's just huge amounts of damage. And now we're actually going to see that Afterlife. He's going to tango, but he can't cut himself free of this one. So he has to take off the damage, even sprinting to amplify it. So say goodbye to your Slaughter.
Yeah, the days of Mask of Madness, you know, 1 point in the Blade Fury, those are definitely long gone.
Always going to fly.
Maxing this out.
Mind Control's running down here. He doesn't have enough mana for a secondary Iron Shell unless he wants to trigger off the Mango. But they're really trying to get up in the face of Always Want to Fly and burn out the regeneration. Because he's only got 1 Tango left now.
They'll have the cute combo now that the bash is up. They can go with the Surge to add some damage as they go on top of Fly again. There's the Iron Shell, but he won't die because of that Rocket Barrage.
And Kuro can't stay underneath that tier 1 tower for that long. How's the stacks looking? Gold Black just continuously... Well, he's just farming up in the safe camps.
Oh, they brought Kuroki back.
Okay, did they? Down to
Glimpse
100
right
life.
back under him, but the surge out. Close one.
Let's get the movement speed. Oh, he's turning. He wants to hit, and he gets the bash! He actually got the bash off! Mind Control's now battling up against 666 as well. His Iron Shell damage is forcing back the Gyrocopter, who now goes for another Rocket Barrage. Mind Control's not giving up on this. On the end of the surge, he can't punch him. They're both keeping at range. The Slider might die in the meantime. The charge is coming in. Mind Control takes a full Rocket Barrage. The melee creep refused to take the damage for the team. Farder's going to tick out in the middle lane as well as Iceberg committing in with the Shadow Strike. Where that Slider die? Straight in front of his own tower. Kuro. The charge is coming, but right underneath the Radiant Observer Ward. His Dire Observer Ward is not going to scan anything more. And Gold Black, yeah. Kuro pulls out. Matomaman's going to disconnect. And Gold Black he's in the perfect position for the stun. Very much in the open, not going to get hit by a charging SB coming out of Fog of War. So he would easily be able to get that Frostbite and cancel the run.
He'll have the Tango. I wonder if Fly will predict that he's going to Tango through. Or if he'll come down bot and Kuroki will get out of this one. This is like one of those puzzles. Yeah,
So always want to fly, run north or south. Choose your adventure. Turn to page 18.
I bet he'll go north. I think Fly's got this because he might think he wouldn't know how far he charged, so he probably thinks he canceled up here, up above the camp.
I'm still wondering if it's going to be enough. Like, I'd actually say probably the bigger question is going to be where Gold Black goes, because if Gold Black runs north and not south, is his Frostbite control, because always when a Fly's got Glimpse on cooldown for 12 seconds.
Yeah.
So Kuro will just walk away. Wait, did he recharge? Oh, no. It comes off cooldown when you stop.
He just cancelled it. So.
Yeah. I'm just like, wait, no, they reworked that ages ago, didn't they? I pulled a Lumi. I'm sorry.
Gonna get a thread about you soon.
Kuro starting south. Now he runs north. And always on a fly. Yep. Gold Black, he's the primary one. That allows for the Rocket Barrage to connect. And Kuro buys his boost before death. Mind Control cannot help out his teammate. So they find the kill, and Gold Black was the critical piece of that puzzle.
Personally, I was looking forward to theory crafting that event for another 20 minutes, but I guess it's okay. The Matoma Man came back.
Don't worry. There'll be more.
All are fun.
There'll be more pauses, man. This is a game of Dota. There's always more pauses.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And so they will have the surge here. Do you think they'll do the QC surge?
I'll
put it on himself. When you tack it on the Spearbreaker.
And he still gets himself a bash. He got the bash as he got glimpsed away. Mind Control, easy. Oh, no, not so easy.
The right click.
The stick charge just kicked in. He got 10 life. 10 life to survive on. The stick charge just let him do it.
He barely missed that sweet spot because it's very hard as a Darkseer with the earlier levels of Iron Shell because you're trying to determine
jumping
what's
mid.
better for me right
Iceberg
now.
as well as Gold Black.
Oh,
Farder's trying to steal a little bit of extra damage now. The snowball right on top of Iceberg. Jirax needs to just keep punching him down. That Sonic Wave available for Iceberg. So Farder and Jirax, they are going to back up at the right time. I say that.
But Kuro arrives.
I was actually watching the Disruptor's life going down lower and lower. Kuro is locked in here because of the ice shards from Jirax. So Afterlife's able to get himself a little bit of revenge for the rest of his team.
That's a very nice pick-me-up for him, though. Basically just got himself some Tranquil Boots by coming in on that and picking up Kuroki after that double kill. It does mean Matoma Man's just up here doing his own thing, though, and he can even grab... I don't know if he... Does he go the Mask? Is that still the build? I don't think he go Mask of Madness, but probably just into drums, I suppose.
Considering you're running a tanky lineup, going something more like the Aquila into drums is going to be a little bit more logical. Afterlife's now making a run for mid. Farder crushed up, and there's your Sonic Wave. Very quick kill. Make sure they get it before no one else turns up, while 666 getting bashed by Roshan as he's chasing after Kuro. Couldn't get a full Rocket Barrage timing off. And Mind Control as well as Kuro, they're going into the tree line. They go for the Iron Shell prep for 666. They get the charge off. How much damage have they got? 666 dropping low. Kuro's already down for the count. And again, this Gyrocopter living by the skin of his teeth. He needs more life, however. He's got a Rocket Barrage available. Mind Control's going to see him, but the Thunderstrike's going to ensure the kill over on the Darkseer. There should be enough damage, especially when Gold Black's going to arrive going for the stun, as well as the follow-up hit. Able to claim it. And now it's Matoma Man's turn. Omni Slash into spin. Killing off the Slaughter.
Yeah,
That
it's
charge
basically
is
just
still
a matter
going.
of time when you're the Juggernaut.
That charge is still going. G-Rex is trying to get himself over in time, but Goldblack, he's so far down because of the pull. Can't get the Frostbite off because he just used it over on the Hellbear. But the cooldown from 666. What is this game? They're throwing everything they've got. G-Rex, snowball saving. He picks up Koro, drags him up, and now Fada rotates in, but Queen of Pain's too quick for him. They've already managed to pick up the 2 heroes. Is there a follow-up? Always on a fly needs vision. The glimpse, he's out of range. It's only a level 2 glimpse. Because we're only 7 minutes into this game with 18 kills already on the board.
Radiant's top tower is
I'm just. It looks like they're actually gonna go for the Battle Fury, so it's gonna be. Or it could just be casual, I suppose, but maybe Liquid just sensing kind of the pace of this game and saying, you know what, maybe we'd be okay with taking this a little bit later, you know, with arguably probably like more experience in terms of being as a team, like going into those later phases.
Afterlife.
They are on top of Afterlife, though.
Yep. Goes to the spin, the snowball follow-up. They need that extra stun to allow Tumberman time to get the damage off, but the crush does its work now. Rocket Barrage, cooldown's back off cooldown. Just at this second, 666. Let it go. Matumberman, glimpse. They just drag him back straight that way. Actually, the Slaughter ended up dying to the shards of fluid from the side. The Queen of Pain that takes him out as well. This is just this is a Ray Cooney play right now.
under attack.
I didn't even realize Godblack was dying down there. I was just watching everything up top. She got denied.
Wait, Crystal Maiden got denied while he's denied to a neutral creep. Okay. This is a real game of Dota.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And now they've definitely got enough pressure on this bottom tower. There will be some TPs in, though. And then with the call down also available here from Ramses, can they pick off Kuro? He has the charge available. So.
They're into the trees. Let it rip. The wall goes down. And, well,
Oh, God,
Afterlife, he actually gets the double stun off. Iceberg for the Sonic Wave. Kuro charging back out again, but Iceberg's already here. They might get the kill on 666. The snowball, it flies down, but it went to the gyrocopter, so it doesn't get the stun over on the Queen of Pain. She just can't blink. So Fada taking all the damage there. 1 kill off the tower, and 2 try and kill off Iceberg. He goes into the trees. The shines a little bit off to the side. Iceberg, he waits it out. He still needs 5 more seconds hanging in the trees. They just don't see him at all. They see Goldblack, however, and Fada's just running for that one. Meanwhile, Juggernaut killing off Disruptor. Goes, hey, why not? He's just solo up on the top lane. Durag's hanging around Iceberg deeper inside the tree line, and the plaza field, it actually does! It gives the vision, allows Fada to kill him off. Kuro's still charging in, so Goldblack's going to end up dying here. We should switch the charge over to Half-Life, and actually Snowball dodge the crush. Now your charge will come in. Kuro finishes off Goldblack. They move over to Afterlife, giving a double kill over to Fada. 666 is back to this fight as well. Mind Control just trying to get G-Rex 1 away to safety. But he's got an Iron Shell plus Walrus Punch on him. That's enough to fight, but they'll give it some space. They'll give it a breather. Liquid backing out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh,
This game's a clown.
nope.
They're gonna glimpse it back into the static store.
Yep, Koro, stick charges, can't do anything. G-Rex came in. I think he's trying to get in range for a snowball, but now he's in too deep. The cooldown connects on both Mind Control as well as G-Rex, but Fada back into this fight. They see always want to fly inside the lane. The snowball from G-Rex can take him in, and they're able to get that initial stun, not allowing always want to fly to use the wall to his advantage. But Tumberman chasing down 666. Phase boots and spin, all the damage he requires to get the kill over on the gyro. And what a very appropriate item for Kuro to get now, an urn.
After all that, that's a little disappointing for him. But all right, well, I'm sure there'll be plenty more where that came from to slap a few charges on that. And yeah, Matumman coming in there, slaps on the Omni Slash. He's gonna be able to get himself closer to that Battle Fury. And now he's probably thinking about this item choice, like, oh geez, like, am I even gonna need this thing? Am I gonna be hitting creeps at all?
For all those people out there that thought tuning into OG versus Navi was going to be a good game, you'd be wrong. Liquid versus CIS are obviously the place to be. I still can't believe how much money Matumberman's managed to collect. Like, the Claymore's already up and running. He's already doing a lot of damage during the fights, but you're going to start adding the Battle Fury farm rate to him. And CISR, all these fights are happening on their side of the river. It's not even coming over to Liquid's side. So Matumberman can freely move himself around the dire jungle, just farming whatever he wants. For now.
Yeah, and then twice he was just punching the creep waves and had 2 heroes just basically walk up to him and got a couple kills, and then he TP's bottom like, oh hey, I kill right next to my own tower, and I'll just go back to hitting some creep waves. So He's really close to that Battle Fury. It's going to be extremely early.
They're trying to give Kuro level 6. They're trying to give him the space up on the top lane, and now Gyro is scared enough that he's not coming in, but Gold Black can always want to fly. They're smoked. And they run straight past the Dire Observer Ward, so Kuro should have a little bit of confidence up here. Even if he dies, it's not the end of the world. If he hits level 6, he'd be very happy. But Gold Black reveals himself. Actually walked in so close that the smoke broke.
Yeah, and I like what Kuro's doing here up top. If they are going to back bottom, it appears they will, but he was trying to position himself in those trees. So you get that nice charge out when your allies come in with the TPs, but we might be having an engagement down here.
Actually, yeah, they got the snowball. They get in an afterlife with the Walrus Punch and the Iron Shell burn damage. Like, it's just a wall of icy death, but Iceberg with a Sonic Wave and the call down. Gyro will take one, Iceberg will take the other, and they want more. The Omni Slash out from Atomaman. He can't get the kill. He's locked inside the Frostbite, and Gold Black just lets it go. But he doesn't full channel. Shame. Still 3-for-1 trade-off. Farda's coming in for the pickups. 666 being charged in by Kuro. Goes directly through Gold Black into the Nether Strike, pushing back 666, but there's just not enough damage. The Frostbite kept him away, so he couldn't go for another punch. And Liquid losing 4 heroes in a very risky engagement on bottom.
Yeah, they went for that. I don't know. They went for that right next to the tower. I don't know if they thought that the rest of CIS would be kind of pressuring that tower top. Like, it seemed like they were waiting up in the fog, you know, for like Liquid to respond, but they all just immediately TPing down bottom, and I thought Matumame was going to get out of that one, but he came back in trying to go with the Omni Slash on top of 3, wasn't able to deal enough damage. I mean, it's level 2, but
it's
you
the
don't even
glimpse.
have your Battle Fury, so...
It was the glimpse problem. He got glimpsed down.
Yeah, that's right.
He had no other choice but to fight. Like, you may as well throw out the Omni Slash. Maybe you isolate just one hero. It was a level 2 Omni Slash, so he had enough jumps that he could have actually killed off a hero if he got lucky on the bounces. Now, just looking at CISR, Iceberg building correctly. It's the Aghanims. He needs that Sonic Wave as frequently as possible. Disruptor's even picked up his urn. This Slaughter has nothing, however. He's a full counter initiator, which doesn't work up against Team Liquid's lineup unless you have Vision, which is exactly what happens here. Farda, there's an instant blink to take off that static link. But Kuro wants more. Afterlife will just crush up Kuro. And Kuro doesn't have vision of him anymore, so he can't just go in for the Nether Strike. Jirax, he's able to find Always Want to Fly, but Always Want to Fly the ulti. It's a little too late. They're going to glimpse him back, but Always Want to Fly knew it was going to be too early. Plus, the snowball protection was there from Jirax, so he snowballs into Iceberg. Queen of Pain might be able to find that kill for now. But what's going to be the cost? Always Want to Fly. The call down will give him a little bit of space between himself as well as Farda, but you got Matumman right behind him. Already able to find the pickoff, so they go 1-for-1 as the trade-off.
Yeah, and slowly Liquid Air kind of bringing it back after that little bit of a feed down bottom in terms of the total amount of net worth that went over to CIS, and now grouped up in the mid lane. They still have a healing ward. It'll drop now, but Fata, he went for the Yasha, not an early mech or anything like that, so and more in terms of looking to output more damage.
Iceberg.
Jump right on him.
Yep. It's intimidation, though. And Liquid don't need to fight. They shouldn't need to fight. Matomaman's going up to farm up the double stack of Ancients. It's all about getting him to a point that he can battle up against CISR, because he's still too weak. Like, it's a 1k life Juggernaut. Yeah, he's got the armor, but this Gyrocopter with the amplification as well, and Queen of Pain throwing out Sonic Wave, they just do too much, and are they actually going... No, they want kills. We talked about how bad an idea it would be to go for Roshan when you're up against a Darkseer, a Spirit Breaker, and everything else that Liquid have got. But a kill on the Kuro...
Now you have a Battle Fury Juggernaut, too.
Yeah. Now they can attack into the bottom tier 1 tower. Take this out and then look to Roshan a little bit later on. They're walling up just to see if Liquid are doing it, but they're not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a trade-off, though.
I don't think they're going to respond here.
It's a tier 1 for tier 1. Why?
Yeah.
Why should you?
I'd
There's
rather
no
take the mid.
fortification for the Radiant side, so Liquid are actually faster at this. They can defend bottom lane. Like,
They'll have a TPM with the Eye of the Storm going if they want to.
Kuro's charging in. There goes your glimpse. It's going to catch out Jirax. He couldn't get into the snowball in time. But it's not going to... Okay, it will stop Kuro. He pulls out. You've still got Mind Control farming up on the top lane. He hasn't completed up the mech, and he really kind of wants to have that before Liquid continue to take these fights. Because for once, Farda is not building mech. He's building in for the S and Y Razor.
This is often what we'll see, right? Like if you have the Shadow Fiend Darkseer or the Razor Darkseer, instead of getting the mech that you usually get on the mid, you'll go for something like the SNY Darkseer. Obviously, one of those typical mech heroes. I kind of like sometimes going for the Blink Dagger on the Darkseer and keeping the mech on the mid hero, but with the way that these fights are working out, it kind of makes sense here, and it's going to give them some of that physical damage that they're going to need from Fata in these fights. But yeah, you're right. Like that mech is just so crucial.
I'm wondering if Fun is actually considering a mana style in this game. And the only reason I say that is because I remember watching a game he played up against Disruptor. I can't remember the heroes or exactly the game itself. But he kept glimpse dodging with Manta style.
That's crazy.
His timing was so spot on for it. And I'm wondering if he's going to consider doing something similar, because there are a couple of abilities he can dodge here from CISR. It's not that great up against someone like a Gyrocopter for illusions, and of course you never really want to say a Razor illusion will win this game for me. But it's just something in the back of my mind right now. I'm wondering if that's an option for him.
Yeah, we have seen quite a few saves come out already from Kuro and Jerax, or sorry, from Jerax and also being used like the Omni Slash to dodge the glimpse and stuff like that. So they kind of have some of those tools that are available for that. And are they actually going to go for this?
No. They're here for kills. And Matoman instantly into the spin. He's going to get amplified up pretty quickly, but they might try and glimpse it back. That Ice Shard's perfect. Locking out 3 in the charge forward with the combination of the Omni Slash gives him a double kill, but the Sonic Wave hits so hard from Iceberg. Kuro's almost down for the count. He's still getting his last bashes out. It's a 3 for 2 off. Afterlife can't go anywhere. Fada just move forward. Turn on the ulti, go for the Sonic Link, and it's a 4 for 2 trade-off. Matoma made he made mincemeat of CISR when they came up that hill.
Yeah, that's 3 heroes stacked right on top of each other, the Omni Slash going. He did essentially just under half the damage that team fight inside of Liquid despite dying first. So a lot of value gotten out of that Omni Slash. Mind Control coming to clean it up, of course, with Fata. Definitely, you know, I don't think CIS were expecting the entire Dire side to be there.
And it's exactly what Liquid were looking for. The mech is now done for Mind Control. So you already have a fight like that when you have really good positioning. Goodbye, Iceberg. Quite possibly. Punch him one more, and he's able to do so. Goldblack's coming in, but Mind Control arrives with the mech, and they back in. It doesn't matter about the Disruptor ulti. Jirax, maybe it does when he's Frostbit. Not Goldblack. Just let it go right now. He wants more. Mind Control and Kuro are able to run themselves away in time, but maybe not. Glimpse on back again. Mind Control to the trees. But he cannot survive. Kuro back in again. There's no help. It's a 4-on-1, Kuro. You're crazy. What are you doing?
That's like the 3rd time Kuro's done that.
I don't No, he reminds me so much of Resolution the other day. It's not a good thing. Like, I love Res. Big shout out to Res. But on his Spirit Breaker, he's the man that had the battle on top of the hill right next, like this hill right here, just south of the Radiant Secret Shop. He is the man that charged 2 heroes that were up there to battle them on the cliff top with no other support. He just went for it. Like, that's basically what it was. It's just...
Uh-oh, Gobblack. Oh, I don't think Matubman's modeling with the vision yet.
Yeah, it's nighttime. He can't see it. Now he will. Goldblack shows himself. But what's Matubman going to do? He has to almost spin Phase Boot Chase to catch up to that Crystal Maiden. He's not going to commit Omni Slash for just a CM.
No, not when you have the vacuum available. It's just simply not worth it.
It's a BKB for Fada. Well, that's one other way to get away from Glimpse.
Yeah, I think it might have been something else if it wasn't for that big fight. Like, suddenly getting a massive surge of gold can kind of get you to just be like, okay, I can complete a whole BKB right now. Like, I'm okay with that. But yeah, definitely the safer option up against the Gyrocopter as well as the CM. Already seeing the kind of work it can do, because they are lacking a little bit of stuns, right? With the cooldown of Vacuum and even Walrus Punch. It can be hard to stop that ulti.
Yep. Nice Observer Walls now being planted by Jirax. Keeping tabs of when CISR try and move over to the jungle. For Slaughter, he's got Blink Dagger available, and they're going to go this. The Blink, the Crush, the Amplification. He's got Charge available. He's going to go straight through the 2 of them. But he's already down for the count. The Shadow Strike was on him. He had no way out of that one. But you're trading a Tier 1 for a Tier 2 tower with a Spirit Breaker Death. That's not as bad for Team Liquid. because Liquid is still going to be feeling like they've got the better initiation. When Mind Control gets caught out like this, maybe not so, but Fada starts Static Link over on 666, removing so much damage so quickly. He's going to return this into CISR, but someone also able to get that Omni Slash off. So they bring down the slider. Fada needs like 2 hits to kill if always want to fly, but he can't do it. The Ghost Scepter protects him and then glimpses Fada back in front of the tower. That was 147 stolen points of damage onto the Razor. It shouldn't have gone to fly, but what a time to have a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, and I wonder if they could... well, actually, they're going to charge him with Kuro. They've got vision on Goblack.
Matamaman, slice, slice, slice. Bump, 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 bump. Easy charge on the Goblack. Push him back with another strike. Take no chances up against this Crystal Maiden. Final's able to reach him for the kill, and now Matamaman. He jumps forward, then spins away. Liquid just keep the brawling going.
Is it time to Roche now?
It's
Those 2 supports down?
It definitely is for Liquid. It definitely is for Liquid. Like, you got a healing ward available. Fada and G-Rex can both tank pretty easily. But you're still up against like, Sonic Wave level 2 is up and running, and it's an Aghanim Scepter upgrade. The cooldown's available from the Gyrocopter. Disruptor and CM are up pretty soon, so they've got to be quick about this, Liquid.
It's so risky with Blink Jerax with the
They're
snowball,
waiting.
though.
It's a bait. It's a bait. So they've got enough life that this Blink Crush actually only catches out one. Fada gets the BKB off in time, and Half-Life gets the hell out of there. But G-Rex wants Iceberg initiating forward. The BKB is off. Iceberg still got his Blink available, but Tumberman and Kuro caught inside the Static Storm. The back into the wall, but the Sonic Wave double crush. That's the way to do it right now for CISR. It's a triple kill for the Queen of Pain Iceberg, and Godblack, he lets it go. A double kill for the Crystal Maiden, and an entire team wipe of Team Liquid in favor of the rejects of the CIS scene.
So, like, I thought Jerax, like, they were ready for that, right? Like, they knew what the plan was going to be from CIS rejects, and Jerax was on the sidelines, and he had that Blink Dagger ready, and he went in for the save on Fata, but at the same time, he popped his BKB. So then he's like, oh, well, now I can't grab Fata because he wants to get damage out, and he ends up getting snowballed up onto the high ground, which allowed, you know, that's a shorter distance now for those supports to cover back from the fountain. And man, CIS, they played that so well. That's crazy. The odds of you winning that fight are so low.
I still can't believe CISR Liquid chased it out so far.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand the plan, but you snowball into a Queen of Pain who has a BKB and you fight on top of this stairwell. You're dragging your team into a choke point. And that, like, what? Yeah. That's just...
I don't know. You talked about capitalizing on the mistakes of Liquid, though, like during the draft with the Disruptor, and certainly making full use of that Static Storm from Always Want to Fly, and consistently with the Glimpse and the Static Storm, we've seen exactly that happen. And Liquid, frankly, as people would suspect, they definitely are, like, you know, the more renowned team and everything like that people are expecting to win. But if you're going to make those mistakes, players that are more experienced, like Always Want to Fly, they're going to punish you. And Goblack as well, making those plays, perfectly placed freezing fields.
T-Rex, what are you going for here? He blinks forward, but didn't get the snowball off on the Queen of Pain. So she'll end up surviving. There's rotation coming out. It's a 3-man smoke move from CISR. So the Glimmer Cape over on the Slider, expecting the smoke to break as he goes through the tree line. And then Blink Crush, but Tomlin too quick on the spin. TP support's on the way in. It's going to be G-Rex arriving and G-Rex departing as he gets glimpsed back out.
There's that Blink. Doing some serious damage bottom.
There it is for Half-Life, man. That's the build you like. The Blink 4-staff build over on the Slider. Maneuverability galore. The BKB completed on the Gyrocopter, who's still walking around with the Aegis of the Immortal for another, what, 4 minutes or so. Iceberg has his full BKB, Aghanim Scepter, and 1400 gold. It looks like his plate mail as well. So a Shiva's Guard build coming in for the Quap, either that or Assault Cuirass.
I'm thinking AC simply because of the Razor. I think for the Aura, but either would be completely feasible here. Oh, Matama, man. That's a nice time to have an Invis-Rune, eh?
Yep. Iceberg to get charged. Omnis. Oh, he jumped down the creep wave. To the creep gap. He didn't do all the damage. He lost the Omni Slash. So Iceberg can now turn around and fight. Shadow Strike over on Kuro. The Meg Charge will be triggered to keep him alive. Jirax. He's got Blink Dagger available. Doesn't want to use it just yet. Now he does. The Crush off target from Half-Life, but he gets the amplification on Kuro and a big cooldown. The Darkseer back wall might have already got the kill on the Queen of Pain, but Fada arrives for the earlier damage. Goldblack, now he'll try and do it, but Fada's already got too much damage. He's able to beat through only 28 points down, but it's enough to kill up the Crystal Maiden. Not enough to kill up the Gyrocopter before he gets out, even with Matumman finding that last little second crit. Afterlife back in again, and now it's Liquid who are doing it. Grabbing kill after kill. A nice back wall after what was a bit of a, well, a bumble from Matumman.
That it must have been the vision provided by mind control. Gave him, like, he could see the small camp and immediately got fired. Oh, actually, the trees might have been broken down before. The trees in the vacuum, yeah.
Yep.
But either way, a little unfortunate there, and it all works out though.
That's
They'll take it.
That's still CIS though. Like, you understand if they don't have really the great positioning, that Liquid can just okay, they're gonna glimpse. They get glimpse back over on Fada. The wall is down. Mind control. The make charge will trigger. Kuro charges in to try and save his core, but just ends up throwing his own life away. There's no way he can survive this. Turns around for the Nether Strike, but he's already down to the Gyrocopter. And Team Liquid, most of the advantage they just gained on the bottom lane is now being thrown away.
It looked like they were positioning, assuming that Kuro was going to be glimpsed back because he had the Thunderstrike on him. I'm not sure how they got the vision. It must have been the creep wave because Kuro was Fata was relatively far in there. But bringing him back was the perfect play. They were not in position for that at all. Like, Kuro thought he was going to be brought back. He didn't have the charge anticipated there to try and save Fata.
Liquid just... Look at the graphs as well. Just how much this game is going up and down. Like, no one's had more than a 5,000 advantage in gold or experience, but it's practically neck and neck. As we've gone 65 kills in 28 minutes.
I mean, we started out hot and heavy, and we're still going.
I just love it. After we also have like an under 20-minute GG call in game 2, where you thought, okay, well, Liquid have woken up. Game number 1, it happened. They didn't get momentum on the heroes. You could see it coming. But this game, this is actually some of the Dota. Oh, they're at it again. Iceberg, he's going to get bashed up as well by Kuro off that Nether Strike connected. So he's down for the count. But this is really one of these games of Dota, which is an absolute pleasure to watch, because you never know who's going to win. Like, nothing is set in stone in this game. It's going to go back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Team fight combos, initiations. Ghost Scepter's now allowing Always Wanna Fly to survive. And Matumman's realizing he's coming in way too deep here and has to back up. The tower's still taken down by the catapult. But they didn't have glimpse back off cooldown. Now G-Rex will arrive. Nice shards. Actually pushing Always Wanna Fly up. But Kuro, the Omni Slash, it bounced up to Always Wanna Fly. Even the charge switched targets. Sorry, to move up to Afterlife. Now Goldblack also backed back down again by mind control. They'll grab 4 heroes. Team Liquid. Back-to-back engagements. But you know what that means? Now it's CIS's turn.
These games remind me of like playground rules when you're playing. Oh god,
they go again.
There's no time for metaphors.
Jirax, that rocket barrage really hurts. The cooldown made it so no more support can arrive. With the flat cannon damage as well, he's doing some chip, and Queen of Pain's back up again. Fada coming almost underneath the tier 4 towers. Liquid, they just want this Rax, but the Sonic Wave connects over on 2. But that's really not enough. But when it comes back off cooldown, you are going to have your slider back again. But, well, just go it. Iceberg too far out. The fact, going to try and back 666 into a wall of ice as well as replicates, allowing this top tower to be taken. The Queen of Pain's back to life again after a buyback. But the damage is done, Team Liquid. Not only are they taking out kills, but they took out the top racks.
And again, Iceberg going in there without popping the BKB just seems like he's not respecting the amount of lockdown that... And Liquid, they were a little shaky earlier on, but the way they've been stacking up this Walrus Punch into Snowball into Vacuum, it gives them no time to move like whatsoever. And if you don't pop it going in, you're in a lot of danger for that to happen again. Now with the buyback, it doesn't even look like he's going to get anything out of it.
They're going to start again. There's no back wall this time around. Omni Slash, 20 seconds. Walrus Punch and Eye of the Storm are up, however. And Matumman already just starts making more of himself. He wants more pushing power. The Blink Crush comes in. Nice ulti there from Always Wanna Fly, catching up Matumman. And there's no way to really save him from this one. He's dying inside the Static Storm. He'll spin himself away to safety, but the Snowball from G-Rex, the perfect timing. Iceberg thought he was safe. Another Blink Crush from Afterlife, but he has to retreat straight away because the Static Link taking away his damage. And Goldblack, a great positional ultimate. They help to bring down the Tusker. Fada stuck inside the base. The cooldown makes it impossible for anyone else from Liquid to come and help him out. The rest of Liquid did bail out. So they take out the tier 3 tower, but they give Iceberg a double kill. And he needed that after his buyback before. He needed something really good.
Yeah, that Glimmer Cape coming out of Goblack was massive. Completely turned that fight around, unable to get any sort of stuns coming out there. And they'll defend the mid lane after losing top, so definitely that bounce back that you were mentioning. They'll have a 2-minute respawn.
What are
I
you
don't
doing,
know. Do you think
Kuro?
they'll get anything here?
What are you doing?
Kuro.
He just charges past his own tier 3 tower, pulls up before CIS are efficient of him. So it's a pure intimidation factor from himself. Like, and just for himself, to think that he can do it.
Oh, Mind Control smoking up here. He wants the big back wall.
Matumberman. Well, he's baiting for it. He's trying to keep him in nice and close. Now the charge, the back wall, 3-man charge. Half-Life missed on the stun. Still that Static Storm going to do serious work, but the Omni Slash is doing more. Juggernaut gets a double kill. The 3 down for CISR. Half-Life will be able to TP himself away to safety. Always want to fly and will also be lucky to do so. Just around the corner of the trees. Looks like Walrus Punch was not available at the time. No extra bashes. But their home is in trouble right now, CISR. They are going to be pushed very heavily down the mid. Liquid know that this Queen of Pain can't come back. She used buyback before, so 60 seconds without the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I guess Iceberg just bought the BKB for the stats or something
They
in
jumped.
this game.
They fan always want to fly. Forstaff will save him for a little bit, but not from the Mad Cow. Charges in. Kuro going for the Nether Strike. He actually gets glimpsed away. Just at the wrong time for it all. But Jirax, he's still on the front lines here with Mind Control. Can't chase any further with that wall coming up. But Slaughter, the only man alive. The mid-rank's being taken, and it looks like Liquid may have done it. No longer doing it. This mid-ranks will drop. There's a big creep wave coming in through the bottom lane as well. So they've got the momentum behind themselves, but they want more kills. So CISR cannot feed it. 20 seconds until the QoP is up, but once you lose this bottom ranks, the game is practically over.
Yeah, that's when we get into the whole rapier
Force
ideas,
off.
but he'll come in with the
The
force
double
staff.
crush with Tubman. He dodged it with the Mana Style. The crush will miss. Kuro, no. Pulls back out again. Now he'll go for the Nether Strike over on 666, realizing that BKB was protecting it. But GG, the call will come finally. 34 minutes in. Each team has more kills than a minute on the board. They will end this one with Team Liquid advancing themselves through into the semifinals to play up against Golden Boys. 79 kills in 34 minutes. Love it. Love it.
I mean, we had the back and forth. They were going punch for a long time, but eventually, playground rules. They kind of rolled out there, and Team Liquid won by 2, getting 2 big fights in a row, and they just kind of snowballed it right from there. With speaking of which, JRX on that Tusk. This is why you don't give it to him. He had numerous saves, able to stun together quite a few initiations there to keep everyone locked down. And that Queen of Pain, like Iceberg, he was rolling, right? Like he had the eggs and suddenly BKB and he got the plate mail and we were like, gonna be Shivas or AC in like 2 seconds here. And then after that, just couldn't get it going.
Man, what a nice way to finish the game. I thought this might be a 2-0 wipe going to way of Team Liquid, but what a great way to finish the series. I hope you enjoyed the show, everyone. We're back on Sunday night. That is when we do return, because you can check out everything else we do over on joindota.com. That's the website to follow all the Dota, and no matter what tournament it's on, we are non-biased over there. You find everything over on the list. Motpacks, where can people follow you as well, man?
Well, hit me up on Twitter, just at Motpacks. I also stream FPL quite a bit, which will be returning after the majors, so that's going to be very exciting. You guys can watch your favorite players in that in-house action.
Nice. And of course, you guys, you can follow me, W1Dota, over on Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of jazz. As well as my own Twitch stream. I have a Twitch stream. Go watch it. It's all cool. I stream really bad games from there. So, yeah, go check it out. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be putting up the VODs on the D2CL as well as the Join Dota YouTube channels in just a couple of moments' time. So check it out in like an hour or 2. Should be available then. And thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.